Welcome to Business Success Stories. We're here with Lee Weston.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Nervous.
You're not that nervous. You're not that nervous.
A little bit.
So we're here today to talk with yourself and go through why you've been a major success in Allsopp Allsopp. How long have you been of our business now?
Year and a half.
Year and a half. And for those watching, you come from Liverpool?
Yeah.
Okay. And your background before you come into a estate agency, what did you do before?
I worked in the Aldi for like 12 years. I was a manager in the Aldi.
What's the Aldi? Because I know Aldi. Is that what you people at Aldi call it? The Aldi, or did you?
Yeah, it's the Aldi, the Asda. There's always a there in the
front. So the Tesco or the Morrisons?
Yeah, I'm just in the Tesco. I'm just in the Aldi.
I'm in the Tesco. That's proper Liverpool, that is. Okay, so you worked in Aldi, the Aldi.
The Aldi, yeah.
What did you do in Aldi?
I was a manager there, yeah. So I worked there for 12 years. It was hard work.
Okay, what, you stack shelves?
No,
you were the manager. You were pointing at the shelf stackers.
Yeah, I was there delegating. No, I'm joking.
I'm good at that.
It's doing everything. It's just like you've got to be about 3 people in one in there. So it's like you're delegating and you're doing as well. So It was a lot of hard work for many years, but I think it set me up good for like here and this job, to be honest.
So how did you end up in Aldi? I just want to talk about that. So you were there for 12 years. You obviously
we're going way back now, aren't we?
I'm going back to the... So you're 20...
No, I'm 33.
Are you 33, are
yeah,
you? You look 20, girl.
Thanks. It's all the Botox.
So you're 33. 12 years ago, you would have been 20.
No, I started in the Aldi when I was about 19. Before that, I worked with my mum and dad and my sister. We had a family business doing window blinds. Random, yeah. But obviously family businesses, as you know, are hard work.
Very hard work.
And my dad is a nightmare, so he was hard to work for, and we just like clashed a lot. So I was like, oh, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And
went to the Aldi.
Yeah, I applied actually for a few places, and the Asda and the Aldi come back to me.
Did you just apply for shops?
Just jobs in general, yeah. And but don't forget, this was like years ago now. Like the Aldi weren't a big thing then, so I was a bit like, I don't know whether I want to work there.
Yeah.
But it was paying more. Like the wages was a lot more.
The Aldi's big now, by the way.
And then it just went, and then it just went massive and dead popular, and everyone was like, oh, when they find out how much you actually get paid compared to like the other.
So how much were you paid at Aldi when you left?
So we used to pick up about 2,500 a month.
And that's as a manager?
After the tax, yeah.
That's good money then, really, isn't it?
It's good money for back home, yeah.
Okay, fine.
So yeah, it was good. Like, and I worked there obviously for years. I had 2 career breaks while I worked there, so you were allowed to take a year out if you wanted and then go back into the same role if you'd worked
What did you do
so
in your career breaks?
I went travelling. So I went travelling for 6 months. So we did like 13 countries in 6 months. Yeah.
Which ones did you do?
Which ones?
Yeah,
you want to know them all?
Not all. Just tell us where did you go? South America or
we did
Thailand?
Like Thailand, Bali, like Hawaii, Fiji, Australia, America.
Do you know what I think about traveling? Honestly, I think that you learn more and you're more educated from traveling and seeing the world than you are than spending a year in school. Yeah,
no, definitely. I think that's like, because when I got back to the Aldi after I'd been traveling, I was just like, oh no, there's more to life than this, like than these 4 walls. And that's what led me to here, actually.
Oh, well, there you go. That works out quite well. I mean, I think a lot of people go and see the world. And like, I remember when I was in a stage in the UK, I think I'd gone to basic places. I was in Ayia Napa or Mali or whatever. Yeah. And there's that process where you're sitting outside in the sun.
Yeah, just
and
the sun, isn't it?
It is just the sun, isn't it? That's one of the main reasons I would never move back fully to the UK, because I love the sun. Yeah. And I remember thinking to myself at that time, wow, I need something better. Yeah. So you had that same thought process. There's always a trigger with someone in the UK, always. And that trigger for me was I got sacked from the UK for not turning up to viewings because I was hungover. What was the trigger for you where you said, I'm now going to make my next move to a different country?
It was genuinely just when I come back from traveling, I was just like, no, there's more to life than this. Like, and also like, there was a cap on the money, like what I was making. So I'd just been traveling, so I'd racked a bit of debt up.
Yeah,
because we were like in hotels the full 6 months and stuff. So it was like a bit expensive trip.
What was your go-to credit card? Mine was Egg. Remember Egg?
Egg, yeah. Egg no, mine was a Barclay card.
Okay.
But I've got a few to be fair. But yeah, no, I just thought, I'm never going to make, like, this is never going to make me a millionaire, this job, although I was comfortable living a good life and stuff like that. I was never going to like, as I say, make millions.
And that's what you want to do?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So you made the move to Dubai. How did you end up finding about this job specifically you're in now?
So it's funny because me and my friends were both looking for jobs like abroad, and I sent her like this job saying, oh, real estate in Dubai.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my God, Lee, no way. She was like, I've just applied for this company called Allsopp Allsopp. I've got a FaceTime interview with them.
Did your friend work in now?
No, she was supposed to come with me. No, she got the job and everything. She was supposed to come with me. I was supposed to come with her. And anyway, she was like, oh, I've got an interview with them. And I was like, let me know how it goes. So she ends up getting the job.
Yeah.
And then put me in touch with Cameron, and he was saying, oh, we've got face-to-face interviews in Manchester, or you can do a FaceTime. And I didn't really like FaceTime and all that stuff, so I was just like, no, I'd rather come and meet you face-to-face and find out more about it, because for me to leave Aldi was a big thing, because I've been there for so long. I've been there for so long, and obviously I was comfortable, I was happy, I had my own place at home, stuff like that. So I was like, no, I want to like find out more about it. Anyway, I went to meet Joe and Cameron in Manchester, and we had the interview day, and obviously that's where I ended up getting the job at there. And
so you left the Aldi and you took a job in Dubai, and it was commission only.
Yeah, commission only. Yeah.
And when you told your friends and family that you were making a move to Dubai in commission, leaving the Aldi, was there any doubters? Was there people, because obviously when people leave, a lot of people say, I mean, we spoke off Karen before, and I think family members are saying, you can't do this, you can't hold hands. There's a preconception, isn't there, to Dubai. What were your preconceptions of your family or friends?
So, I mean, obviously when I said like commission only, they were like, oh, like no basic, that's like risky and stuff. But I mean, I know we say is you don't get anywhere in life without taking risks. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, I've still got my house at home. I could have still went back into the Aldi. They would have always left the door open for me. So for me, I just thought, well, you know what, if I don't try it now, when am I going to try it? Do you know what I mean? Because I was like 31 then. So I just thought, go for it.
But you had doubters?
Yeah, of course, I feel like a few people were like, oh, you sure? Like, it's the right thing to do and stuff like that. Because obviously I had such a good job. But like most of my family are dead supportive, and then they just think like my mum always says that you can do anything that you put your mind to. So your mum shoved
you out the door and said, get going,
like, go on.
Get out of the Aldi.
No, she misses me. She wishes I wouldn't have come, because we both care for my nan at home. So I've left her with my nan now. She's like, she's like, yeah, you're all right, aren't you, living it up in Dubai, and I'm left with your nan.
She sees your pictures on the ground. She knows you're living it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously the big risk that you took, it's paid off so far this year. I looked at your figures, generate £200,000. How does that feel knowing you come from Aldi, the Aldi, and £2,500 a month, where now you're in tax-free and you're clearing substantial money?
Yeah, I know. No, it feels good, but I don't feel like I've felt that money yet.
Yeah.
I'm still yet to be paid out on a lot of big deals that I've recently done.
That's that diamond rolling on your wrist, love. That's what it is.
Yeah, no, I've been spoiling myself. I've got myself a new car, and it's been nice.
What colour and what make is it? What did you get?
I got a Range Rover, a white one.
A pink one?
A white one.
Oh, a white one. I think it's a pink range. You like Katie Price in England?
No. So yeah, no, I've been spoiling myself, but obviously I'm going to save up as well.
Okay.
I've just sold my house back home, so I'll obviously hopefully buy something here
now. So
now.
is that to buy here now, that reason you sold the house?
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, so massive success in my opinion. I said this before, you have the ability to be challenging in the top end of the company without a doubt. A year and a half into the business and what you're doing in an area that you're doing it. I mean, downtown compared to some of the fee values that we sell are generally a little bit lower, because the value compared to villas are a little bit lower, and you're still keeping up with some of the top people. So what you're doing is incredible, and I think you've got a massive future here. So it's nice to hear, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, thanks.
Please. So what is it you've come to Dubai for? Obviously, a lot of people come here for money, fame, success, all these things. Obviously, you've left your family and friends. What do you want to achieve?
For me, I just want to be financially free. So it's the money motivates me. I didn't come for Dubai. I come for the job to make loads of money, so that when I'm like 40, I can settle down, have kids, and not have to work for somebody else. I can just have incomes coming from many different ways of my own. Okay,
fine. And if you were offered a job in Spain now, hypothetically, because you said money's the main motivator, it's not Dubai. If you were offered a job in Spain and you were paid £300,000 a year rather than £200,000 here and earning the same, obviously money's the motivator. What would you do then?
Yeah, no, that's an interesting question. I don't know, I think about it, but I like where I am as well. Like I thrive off my environment, so I like where I am at the minute. Even though obviously I've done this massive change, I'm not really big for change. You know what I mean? So now that I'm here and I like where I am and I'm doing well, I wouldn't then jump to something else at the first touch. You know what I mean? I would, because...
So you're happy in Dubai?
Yeah, I'm happy in Dubai. I'm happy in this company. I'm happy where I am, and I think I'm on the right path to where I want to be. So I don't know. I always have to look into that.
300 grand, you can't turn that down.
I'm thinking
get
about
over
it.
it. I'll get your plane ticket booked. Okay, the reason I ask that is a lot of people come to Dubai and some people say Dubai is not for me, you know, Dubai's fake. I hear people saying Dubai's all glamour and glitz and there's not real people. I hear people say to me, you know, real friends are not in Dubai. I don't know if you've heard this one. I hear some wild things. Now, my opinion of this is that I think a lot of people come to Dubai and they fail for whatever reason. It could be cash flow management. They miss their friends and family. And the first thing they do is attack where they come from to where they've gone because they don't like it. Do you think that's a thing over here?
I think there is stuff like that over here, but it just depends who you surround yourself with and who, like how you perceive it and how you look at things and where you go. Because obviously there's loads of places like that where everyone's very like, you know, showy offy and stuff. But to be honest, I didn't really go out much. I don't like...
You heard it.
Yeah, I'm just like, I like going home, having a bath and just like watching a film.
Though,
just like, I'm pure old
Netflix number one fan you are.
Honestly, no, I just like, I'd rather chill. I've one of my best mates here, we just like to go to pictures or go for nice meals.
What was the last movie you watched then?
What was the last film we watched?
You watched 007 yet?
No, I haven't watched that one yet. It was this Chinese.
He dies, by the way, in case anyone's watching it. He dies at the end of it. He
dies.
So
oh well.
Save yourself some money. Like I've saved you 100 dirhams. Do it.
Well, I'm not really a big 007 kind of fan, so I'm not really going to probably watch that. But no, it was like a Chinese film, some kind of action one. I just
Chinese action.
Anything that's on, because you get like all drinks, food, popcorn, nachos. That's right up my street.
You're paying 20 quid to go. You need to know what you're watching. You watch a Chinese action film. Okay, so I gather that you like Dubai. You made it a success. You've left Aldi. You've created this incredible path for yourself to make unlimited money. The company you're in now, Allsopp Allsopp, you know that company. If you were to describe it to someone else who's listening to this, what type of people work here? Honestly, and no, you don't need to it, so I want you to say it how it is. What type of work here, and what is our environment like?
So comparing it as well to the Aldi, because it's like I used to say it's like boot camp Aldi, because it's very like you've got KPIs here, you've got this, and it's very like structured and thingy. So for me, it hasn't been a big change, and I feel like it's like that in this company. It's like a bit of a boot camp of the real estate, because like in other companies they are quite laid back and stuff like that, but I prefer to be in like a structure and like pushed and KPIs and stuff, because that's what I work well under. So it would be like that kind of environment. Like,
and what about the people that work here?
The people, the people is why I like it most, because like from even getting here, like Chloe the trainer, she's like a scouser, there's loads of scouts here, so for me it feels like just back home, you know. Everyone's obviously everyone's said nice. I mean, I had a bit of trouble at first when I first got in, like a bit of with someone that I didn't really get on with, but that was the only time. Like everybody else I've really like kind of got on with. Like
it's like an orphanage though, isn't it? Everyone leaves their family and friends and they come here and they create this group. I could tell you stories of, we've had Allsopp babies here, Allsopp weddings, Allsopp relationships. It's just
so nice. No, everyone's like, they are like one big family here, because everyone's in the same boat of like being on their own. So I've never like, even at home I didn't really have lad mates, to be honest with you. I'd never have like boy mates, but here I've got loads of lad mates. Like everyone, honestly, they're like, you know what I mean? They are like so nice. Everyone's lovely. So
okay. So would you say it's a driven environment, or would you say it's a... Yeah,
it's very like the music's always on, everyone's said energetic, and like everyone's said positive, and I feel like everyone's like wants to make money, so that makes it like...
Makes you want to make money,
it makes you want it, like...
For me, I just think if you're around good people, it makes you better. I mean, we could have set this company up and made it a very relaxed environment and say, come in when you want and do what you want, but I think... I mean, you would know this. So the money that you're billing at the moment, we don't really chase you and ask you about your KPIs now, because you're making money. Our job and our formula that we have is to get you to a position where you're at now. And then you don't need us anymore. You know, you use our platform, use the leads that we've got, but you now know the magic formula. And I think that's where a lot of people fall off. If I was to say out of 10 people that we hire, 6 would make it a year. And 3 would make it successfully.
I think for me, I don't like getting told what to do.
Yeah.
So I just do the things that I need to do so that no one's on my back. Because I can see why people would leave, because for me, getting micromanaged is my worst nightmare.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? If someone was on my back like that, then I would just be like, no, sorry, I've got to go.
So catch-22 is a business though, because you imagine sitting in the employer's point of view, and let's say you hire that person to get them to £1,000 for their visa or whatever it is, and they're on the phone on the interview going to you, Lee, I'm going to be amazing. I'm going to be and they come there and they sit there like this at their chair. I'm just like, what are you doing?
No, of course, that's what I mean. Like, obviously those kind of people come, and if like they're not motivated to make themselves, like I come here to make money, so you don't need to tell me what to do or to tell me to do the view, and I will do it.
Don't need
do you get what I mean? You don't have to say like, oh, do this, do that, do the other. I'm going to do it because I want to do it, because I've come here to make money, and that's
the key to success, isn't it? I mean, that's the question I've got. I was going to ask you here. What is it that makes you different from the 10 people that we hire? You're that one that has gone on to be a success. And I know we'll be here in 3 or 4 years, and we'll do what I was listening to Corinne Demu's podcast. I don't know if you heard it, last week's one. Yeah, and I listened to her, and it just makes me so proud. She's been here 8 years, and you know, she's now buying investment property. Yes, she works for Allsopp Allsopp, but she's now a property investor. Yeah. And she's also an expert in her area, and she's also making money whilst investing in property. And I just look at it and think, you're now a businbusinesswoman.
Yeah. No,
is that where you envision?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Obviously, like from here, obviously do things of my own, and make myself financially free. That's what I've come here to do. So that's what I will do. Okay,
we've got that top clock ticking at 33. Though,
I know,
we've got to get going.
Getting it all, manifesting it all.
Okay, so what do you do differently then? If you were to point out what you do different to anyone else, what makes you so special? Why are you so good?
Why am I so good?
Just class.
Well,
let me tell you.
No, do you know what it is? I think because I'm quite a control freak, so I'm very like on top of everything all the time. So I never have any WhatsApps unanswered on my phone. I never have any unanswered emails. I'm always on top of all my admin. I've
got 28,355.
Yeah, that's giving me anxiety already. Like, you know, that is. I mean, obviously you're successful with those emails, so it's fine. But for me, I just feel like that's what make, because I'm on top of things all the time. I don't know, yeah, just because I'm really organised. Yeah, I have my own spreadsheets for everything.
So what do you do in the morning then? If someone was listening to this and they're thinking about becoming an estate agent, what do you do from 9 until, let's say, 10:30? What is your structure and routine? For someone that is so structured, what do you do?
So it starts when I wake up in the morning. I put a positive podcast on. That's how I start my day. Yeah, I listen to positive stuff all the time to make sure that I'm in a good mind frame. I think manifesting is
every day.
Every day, yeah. I think it's legendary. Very important to make sure you're on the right frequency to attract good things to yourself.
Like that.
And then I come into work, and I will do like all of my admin that I need to do on Salesforce. What's
your admin? Give the breakdown. Someone that's listening, is it like viewing follow-ups?
Yeah, so like me viewing follow-ups. So I'll follow up with anyone that I've been viewing with. Obviously any WhatsApps that I've got on my phone that I need to do.
WhatsApps.
I'm on top of it. Obviously you'd have to go through all of your sellers and your buyers and stuff like that of all your properties that you've got. If I've got some live listings, you know, I'm trying to like either get like price reductions on them if they need to be, or obviously updating them on, you know, what I'm doing, the activity I'm doing on them. So you're always speaking to people all the time, and
that's every day you're doing this.
Yeah. Okay. And then obviously you know, I'm lucky now that I'm in a position where I've got like a lot online and stuff, so I get the calls for the buyers, so I don't always have to be like on the system like searching for people to stuff, because I'm busy with my own stuff.
Okay.
I think for me personally, like even in leasing I did this, I built me stuff up, so I don't really like go into other people's stuff. Like I just build my own stuff up and get my own like clients and do my own thing rather than going on the system. I know obviously there is people, you know, there and stuff and, you know, to have and stuff, but that's just not my style. I just don't do that.
Very good. Well, look, you obviously, if you look at the most successful people in the company, they're all very structured and they're all very driven. I look at people like Darren Murphy, Rob Kempton, Charlie King, Kareen, yourself in that bracket, that they come in the morning, and it's a bit like going to the gym. You have to go to the gym every day and train a certain way to get a certain result. Yeah. If you come in and just start doing this and then go home and eat a pie and then come in next day and start, you're not going to have the results that you want because you're not being efficient in what you're doing. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You're doing absolutely exceptional. You should be very proud of yourself. Your family should be very, very proud.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, 2 final questions I've got before we wrap it up.
Okay.
For anyone listening or watching the show, Tell us an interesting fact about you that
God.
no one else knows.
Well, everyone knows everything about me because I've got a big mouth. And
So tell us an interesting fact that the viewers don't know then.
I don't know about interesting.
Got to be interesting.
It's got to be interesting.
Yeah. No one wants to boringly, we want interestingly. What's your biggest achievement?
My biggest achievement?
Don't say Aldi for 12 years.
Yeah, that was my biggest achievement, to be fair. You haven't worked there. You don't know what it's like.
It sounds tough, I'll be honest with you.
It is tough. I don't know. I can't think. You put me on the spot. I don't know.
So we just say a podcast in the morning.
Yeah. No, I don't know what my biggest achievements. I don't know. I think like going traveling was my biggest achievement in life. I think like I've always wanted to do that, and the fact that I did it, like a lot of people say they want to do, I'd love to do that, but they don't ever do it. I'm one of them people who, if I say I'm going to do something, to do it. So I think
very brave as well. People, especially young at the time, women, not anymore. You've been having middle-aged women going traveling, but a young woman going traveling, experiencing the world, it is incredible. So
yeah, definitely. That was my biggest achievement to date. So.
The podcast will be after this.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the final question I've got for you is, where do you see yourself in 2 years? Now, if you used to describe your lifestyle and what you'd like to achieve in the next 2 years, where do you see yourself?
Well, I want to hopefully hit my yearly target, become a senior.
Okay.
I just think...
You're nearly there already.
Hopefully. And then...
That's the easiest target. You're probably going to do that next month.
Hopefully, yeah.
It's a 2-year plan.
Yeah, and then next year, I think it's going to be a big year for me because I only actually started fully with the sales, like maybe it's like May, June, because June was when I hit my first 100k, and then from then I've been like consistent. So I think next year having a full year of it, and obviously, hopefully get some big life-changing deals. So yeah, by the end,
what will you do with that money? That's what I want to know.
Well, I'm going to invest it. Like I had 2 properties at home. I've just sold one, so I'm going to invest into other things now. Because obviously, I don't know. I would like to get into all that Bitcoin and all that, but I haven't got a clue.
stay out of the
Really?
Bitcoin game, please. Buy a home, live in it, buy a nice house.
No, obviously house investments. I love property in general, so more house investments, and
Just
hopefully here as well. And yeah,
I mean, that's an interesting. People have asked me before, like, what is it that you want to do? Where do you want to be in the next year? And there is a theory, I think it's called the Kaizen theory I was reading about, the Kaizen theory. And what it says is that rather than giving yourself yearly goals, they just say, I want to get better each year. Yeah. Every year, whatever I did, I'm just going to get a little bit better. And in 5 years, you're going to be a lot better version of yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it.
Well, thank you very much for joining us on the podcast.
Welcome.
Please keep doing what you're doing. You're an inspiration to a lot of people. Your family should be very proud. And anyone watching this thinking about coming to Dubai, this lady is a role model for who to follow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.